Thanks for joining me for another episode of Soul Ascension Insights. In episode 4, we spoke about reincarnation. And in this episode, we'll look at reasons we would choose to incarnate. With that said, let's get started with episode number 14, titled, Why We Incarnate. Picture, if you will, the spirit realm, where it is always light. If you never experienced darkness, how well would you appreciate the light? It is the contrast between light and dark that leads to a richer understanding of both. The earth plane provides us with this contrast because it is a place of duality, where everything has an opposite. Joy and sorrow, rich and poor, order and chaos, peace and war, love and hate. The sorrow in duality allows us to better know joy. The chaos of earth enhances our appreciation of peace. The hatred we may encounter deepens our understanding of love. In our spirit home, there is no duality. There is only light, peace, compassion, acceptance, and love. Additionally, we are consciously connected to God, our guides, our soul family, and all the other souls on the spirit side, where we experience no separation between ourselves and every other living thing. Maybe we incarnate into the physically dense duality of Earth to test ourselves in one of the harshest environments in the universe. So what are the challenges we'll face in the Earth school? Our first and possibly the toughest test is one of separation. When we enter the earth plane, we forget our origins and spirit. We know prior to incarnation that we will have such self-induced amnesia. The phrase behind the veil refers to this state of forgetfulness. So, a major aspect of our mission on earth as souls is to mentally survive being cut off from our real home. A soul's relative isolation on Earth during a temporary physical life is made much more difficult on a conscious level by thoughts that nothing exists beyond this physical life. This means that our first big challenge is to return to an understanding that we are connected to every living thing and that separation is an illusion. Another major challenge is the physical density of Earth. In the spirit realm, we are light as a feather and can manifest in any thought form we desire. If we're on one side of the spirit realm and want to be on the other side, we can move at the speed of thought. Think of a place, and you're there. Yuri Geller is a famous mentalist known for his extrasensory perception abilities and being part of the remote viewing experiments at Stanford Research Institute that I spoke about in episode number 5. He tells a story of living in New York City and leaving his apartment with friends to walk 8 blocks to another friend's row house. As he's walking, he starts thinking about his destination. The next thing he knew, he had crashed through the screened-in porch in the back of the friend's row house. The friends he was walking with said 1 second he was with them and the next he was gone. Frantic, they hailed a cab and quickly drove to the row house to find Yuri sitting on the floor of the porch with the homeowner and a large section of the screen pushed through. An excellent example of travel at the speed of thought. As I composed this episode and pondered the challenges we face when we incarnate, I'm struck by the fact that the challenges are many and seem insurmountable. Just to survive to an age of reason is a miracle in much of the world today. But I recently read an article from a spiritual psychic, Anna Sayce, who says there are 4 general reasons souls choose to incarnate on Earth. Reason number 1 could be to have a learning lifetime. Some souls choose to incarnate primarily to expand their soul through learning. As an example, picture a soul who is very compassionate and loving and has even developed healing skills over the course of many lifetimes. This soul may excel in projecting love and healing, but may be so used to helping others that she lacks the ability to receive help, compassion, and love from others. So, in this lifetime, she may be learning balance. Another example of a learning lifetime could be one of persistence. This may indicate, in previous lifetimes, you have quit when the going got tough, and in this lifetime, you are learning to see things through to their conclusion. Reason number 2 could be to have a holiday lifetime. Souls sometimes choose a holiday lifetime, especially when they have had a series of intense learning lifetimes, so this time around they want a bit of a rest. These type of lifetimes tend to be easy and uneventful, where life is comfortable, relationships go smoothly, and everything just seems to work out. Sign me up. Reason number 3 we would choose to incarnate is to have a contribution lifetime. A contribution lifetime is one where a person has a soul contract to fulfill a particular positive mission for or with a particular group of people. This could involve developing an important invention that will improve the lives of many people. Or you could be a leader of a large group, fighting for a noble cause that will improve people's lives. The 4th reason is to have a support lifetime. A support lifetime is where one soul agrees to incarnate, partially to help another member of their soul family learn their life lesson and work through a particular challenge. You know, when we incarnate with our soul family, it's like we're all playing different roles in a stage play of life. Let's say you have a child who has an illness or special needs that require a lot of support from you, even into adulthood. Perhaps your child is supporting you in learning something important through parenting this child. It could be patience, love, acceptance, or resilience, to name just a few. Anna Sayce also mentions that we often will combine these 4 reasons. There will be one that is our primary focus, say support, and we will also have a secondary focus, say learning. So it isn't that we only have one thing our soul is working on in a lifetime. It's more likely that we were working on at least 2, but there will always be a primary focus for each incarnation. Which of these lifetimes are you here to experience in this incarnation? Are you here for a learning lifetime, a contribution lifetime, or a support lifetime? I must be on a holiday lifetime because I truly live a blessed and grateful life, but honestly, the whole process of incarnating on Earth appears chaotic, confusing, scary, and plain exhausting, and we have not even mentioned the role free will plays in every decision we make. The good news is that there will come a time when souls on planet Earth will never need to incarnate in physical form again when we move to the 5th dimensional Earth as we continue our journey back to God, the Creator. This is what Earth is progressing to or through now. You'll find more information on Soul and Earth Ascensions in episodes 7 and 8. I believe one of God's most amazing creations is our beautiful planet Earth. There must be very few planets that have the abundance and diversity of life and different geographical regions as we do right here on our rock. And what good would such an amazing creation be if there was no one to experience it? The most satisfying explanation I've heard for why we incarnate on Earth is that we are all aspects of God who is experiencing His creation through us. His children are having the experience. God simply is. So don't forget to have fun. God loves it when His children are truly enjoying His most amazing creation. And I thank you for joining me for this episode of Soul Ascension Insights. Our journey of discovery continues. I believe our government is not focused on what's in the best interest of its people. You may feel the same. In the next 4 episodes, I'll be digging into the numerous factors that have negatively influenced our government's actions. I hope you'll join me for this series titled Our Secret Government. As always, I'll leave a book and media list below for those who wish to explore further. Thanks again, and I'll be back with more episodes